So, full disclosure, I am recording this before the finale. Now, I don't usually do that. I hate doing that. But I've got way too much going on this weekend, which is very rare for me. So, I'm recording this now, my thoughts now on the overall series. I'll put a comment under the video after I actually watch the finale as like a little update. But anyway, She-Hulk, attorney at law, brings another Hulk to the MCU, and Jennifer Walters becomes Hulk because Bruce bleeds into an open wound, which that's kind of gross. I always thought it was like a blood transfusion or something. I'm not really sure where I got that from, but I don't know. Maybe he did bleed into an open wound in the comics. But we do learn quite a bit in She-Hulk, some of which is Tim Roth is back as Abomination, which further connects the 2008 The Incredible Hulk into the MCU. And there's even a comment from Bruce saying, I was a different person back then, which is a fun little nod because that was Edward Norton. Or was that Eric Bana? Shit, I honestly do not remember because those movies were not great. The Edward Norton one was better than the Bana one, but still both of them were kind of meh. And we also find out that it was actually Wong who forced Abomination out of prison just so we can fight in that little fight club that we saw in Shang-Chi. So it was a nice little connectivity there with the Shang-Chi movie and the MCU as a whole. But honestly, my favorite part about She-Hulk wasn't even She-Hulk. It was the return of Charlie Cox as Matt Murdock, Daredevil, further cementing him into the MCU. Now, we saw him briefly in Spider-Man No Way Home as Peter's lawyer, which introduced him into the MCU, just Matt Murdock, but She-Hulk full-on brings in Daredevil, which is very exciting. And the fight scenes with Daredevil, goddamn, it's like Cox never stopped playing him. He was still fucking awesome. And it was great to see a little comedy come to the character because the Daredevil Netflix show, the Marvel shows in general on Netflix, were very, very dark. So it's nice to see a little lightheartedness come into the character. But of course, there are things from She-Hulk that I did enjoy, like Madison. How could you not love Madison? And Ginger Gonzaga as Nikki, and Josh Segarra as Pug. Especially them together. They're fantastic together. But I love Nikki. She's like the perfect sidekick for Jen, and they're just awesome together. Now, Josh Segarra, I was first introduced to him as an actor on Arrow. He played Vigilante, and at times he definitely seemed like he was overacting a little bit, he was like super, super serious because Arrow was an overall serious show. So it's nice to get to see him like show off his comedy chops a little bit, and he's great in the role of Pug. Then we have the star of the show, Tatiana Maslany, as Jen Walters / She-Hulk, and I think she does a great job, especially when she breaks the fourth wall. She does it with such ease and like connectivity with the audience itself. She just does a great job. Really, the only complaint I have about She-Hulk, because overall She-Hulk it's a fun show. I honestly don't think it deserves the hate a lot of people are giving it. The thing that bugs me is the CGI. This is Marvel, the fucking top-notch, top tier of CGI. We all saw Endgame, and it's like after Endgame, the CGI budget that Disney gave Marvel took a nosedive. It's like, what the hell happened? Bruce as Hulk, he actually looks pretty good. He looks like he did in the movies, but like She-Hulk looks terrible. Like there's one point where she whips her hair around and it just looks so bad. The little bit we saw of Abomination, he really didn't look great either. It's just like, what happened, Disney? Why are you not giving these shows the proper CGI budget? But at the end of the day, She-Hulk Attorney at Law, I'm digging it. I'm liking it. And again, I don't think it deserves the hate that it's getting from the fucking internet trolls. Now they're teasing a big Hulk Abomination showdown in the finale. And as I've said in the beginning, I have not watched the finale just yet. So I am looking forward to see if that comes to fruition, or if we're going to see Abomination team up with Hulk and She-Hulk. Because as we've seen in the season, Tim Roth is like a very chill guy now. He leads therapy sessions on his little ranch. So him as a character is completely changed. So it'll be interesting to see how they do the finale. And again, my only real problem with the show is it's atrocious CGI. I don't get what the fuck Disney's doing. But as a whole, She-Hulk, Attorney at Law, I think it is a good show. It's a good addition to the MCU TV. It's certainly not the best of the MCU TV. I personally think that is still Loki. But I give She-Hulk, Attorney at Law a B.
Did you enjoy the review? Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to get notified when more reviews go live. Feel free to leave a comment to discuss your thoughts on the movie or show, and I will see you next time.